Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We begin tonight with this sacred mantra. It flows from our hearts to the lotus feet of Vishnu. Tonight we journey into the most ancient of hymns, the Narayana Suktam from the Yajur Veda. This is not merely a prayer. It is a revelation. The sages who composed these verses saw something extraordinary. They glimpsed the cosmic reality behind all existence. And they called that reality Narayana. The word itself holds profound meaning. Nara means human beings, all living souls. Ayana means the resting place, the home. Narayana is the one in whom all beings find their ultimate rest. He is the cosmic dwelling place of every soul. Long before the Puranas told stories of Krishna's childhood, long before the epics sang of Rama's victories, the Vedic seers understood a fundamental truth. The entire universe rests within the Supreme Being, and the Supreme Being pervades every atom of creation. Listen to the opening verse of this ancient Suktam.
Sahasrashirsha Purusha Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Sa Bhumim Vishvato Vritva Atyatishthad Dasangulam.
The cosmic being has 1,000 heads, 8,000 eyes, 8,000 feet. He envelopes this earth from all sides and extends 10 fingers beyond it. This is not poetry alone. This is cosmic vision. The seer beholds Narayana as the universal form. Every head in creation is his head. Every eye that sees is his eye. Every step taken is his movement. But notice the beautiful detail. He extends 10 fingers beyond creation. Even when he fills everything completely. Even when nothing exists outside him. Still, his infinite nature transcends what he has manifested. The sage Narayana himself is said to have revealed this Suktam in the sacred realm of Badrikashrama, high in the Himalayas where eternal snow meets eternal meditation. There, surrounded by celestial sages, Narayana spoke these verses that describe his own cosmic nature. But how can the infinite be described? How can words capture what exists beyond all categories? The next verse answers with startling directness.
Purusha evedgam sarvam yad bhutam yachcha bhavyam. Utamritatvasya eshana yad annentirohati.
This cosmic being alone is all this. Whatever has been, whatever will be. He is the Lord of immortality, who grows by food offerings. Everything that exists is Narayana alone. The mountain peaks touched by morning light. The rivers flowing through ancient valleys. The newborn child taking first breath. The sage departing this world in Samadhi. All of it is Narayana expressing himself through infinite forms. Yet he remains the Lord of immortality. Death touches his manifestations, but never touches him. He grows through the offerings made by devotees. Not because he needs sustenance, but because devotion itself creates more of his divine presence in the world. In the temple traditions, priests understand this deeply. When they offer food to the deity, they are feeding the cosmic hunger of love. They are nourishing the very source of existence. The Suktam continues with one of the most beautiful verses ever composed.
Etvan asya mahima ato jaigamscha purusha. Pado sya vishva bhutani tripad asyamritam divi.
Such is his greatness. But the cosmic being is even greater than this. All beings form just 1/4 of him. 3/4 remain immortal in heaven. Here lies the Vedic understanding of manifestation. Everything we see and experience, every galaxy spinning in space, every thought arising in consciousness, all of this forms only 1/4 of Narayan's being. 3/4 of him remain forever unmanifest. forever transcendent. This is not a mathematical division. This is mystical mathematics. The visible pointing always to the invisible mystery beyond. The great teachers explain this through a simple example. When you see your reflection in water, the reflection is truly you. But you are infinitely more than just that reflection. So too, creation is Narayan's reflection. But he infinitely exceeds what appears in the cosmic mirror. Now comes the verse that reveals where this cosmic being chooses to reside.
Tripad urdhva ud at purusha paro, sai havatpuna. Tato vishwan vyakramat sashnashan necha.
With 3/4 he rose upward. 1/4 remained here below. From that he spread in all directions. To places with food and without food. The transcendent aspect of Narayana exists beyond all change. Beyond time and space. But 1/4 of his being enters creation. Lives within creation. Experiences every joy and sorrow alongside us. This is why Krishna could feel the pain of Draupadi's humiliation. Why Rama wept when separated from Sita. The divine quarter that enters manifestation fully participates in the drama of existence. From this participation, Narayana spreads everywhere. He dwells equally in the fertile valleys and the barren deserts. In the abundance of harvest time and the scarcity of famine. His presence does not depend on external conditions. The most mystical verse follows. It speaks of creation emerging from cosmic sacrifice.
Tasmad yajnat sarvat rucha samani jajnire. Chandagamsi jajnire tasmat yajus tasmad ajyata.
From that cosmic sacrifice, all offerings arose. The Rig Veda verses were born. The meters of poetry emerged. From that the Yajur Veda appeared. This is the Vedic vision of creation as yajna. As cosmic sacrifice. Narayana offers himself to become the universe. The universe offers itself back to Narayana. This eternal exchange of love creates and sustains everything. The very hymn you are hearing now. These Sanskrit verses flowing like a sacred river. They emerged from this primordial sacrifice. They carry within them the creative power that shaped the cosmos. When Vedic priests chant these syllables today, they are repeating the original sounds of creation. They are participating in the same sacrifice that brought forth the stars. But where does the devotee encounter this cosmic being directly? The Suktam provides the most intimate answer. Antahri nihito guhayam yo brahma veda brahmeva bhavati. Hidden in the secret cave of the heart. One who knows Brahman becomes Brahman itself. The cosmic Narayana, who extends beyond galaxies, who preceded time itself. He chooses to dwell in the lotus of your heart. In that sacred space where thoughts dissolve, where breath becomes prayer. There you will find him waiting. The cave of the heart is not merely metaphorical. Advanced yogis describe a subtle space within the physical heart. Smaller than a mustard seed yet containing infinite worlds. In that space, consciousness encounters its own source. When the Upanishads declare, Tat Tvam Asi, that thou art, they are pointing to this ultimate discovery. The Narayana you worship in the temple. The cosmic being described in these verses. That same consciousness is your deepest self. This is why the tradition emphasizes not just external worship, but internal meditation. Not just offering flowers to the deity, but offering the ego mind itself into the fire of awareness. The Suktam then describes the divine light that surrounds this reality.
Hiramena patrena satyasya pihitam mukham. Tat tvam pushanya pavrinu satyadharmai drishtaye.
The face of truth is covered by a golden disk. O Nourisher, remove that covering. For one devoted to truth and dharma to see. The golden light of Hiranyamaya veils the ultimate truth. Not to hide it completely, but because the unprepared mind cannot bear the full radiance of cosmic consciousness. Just as you cannot stare directly at the sun, you cannot approach Narayan's essential nature without proper preparation. This golden covering is both an obstacle and a blessing. It protects the seeker while gradually revealing deeper truths. As devotion deepens, as understanding matures, the golden veil becomes increasingly transparent. The prayer requests removal of this covering. But notice the qualification. Only for one established in truth and dharma. The vision of Narayan's true nature comes not through intellectual effort alone, but through moral purification and spiritual discipline. Throughout the tradition, great saints describe this golden radiance. Mirabai sang of seeing Krishna surrounded by divine light. Tulsidas wrote of Rama's luminous form filling his meditation. These were not poetic metaphors. These were direct experiences of the Hiranyamaya glory described in the Vedas. The final verses bring us to the practical heart of devotion.
Vayur anilam amritam athedam bhasmantam shariram. Om eti etad Brahma etad Vaikuntham.
The breath is life, the immortal, and this body will become ash. Om, this is Brahman. This is Vaikuntham. Here the Suktam touches earth again. After soaring through cosmic visions, after describing the infinite nature of Narayana, the sage reminds us of our human condition. This body will return to dust, but the breath that animates it is connected to the eternal. The sacred syllable Om contains everything. The entire cosmic vision compressed into sound. When you chant Om with understanding, you invoke the presence of Narayana. You align yourself with the cosmic vibration. You dissolve the apparent separation between worshipper and worshipped. Vaikuntham means the place without anxiety, the realm where fear cannot enter. But the Suktam reveals a secret. Vaikuntham is not a distant heaven. It is the state of consciousness that recognizes Om as the essence of existence. How should this ancient Suktam be chanted? The Vedic tradition preserves precise guidelines. The verses must be sung with three distinct notes. Udatta, the raised tone. Anudatta, the low tone. Swarita, the combination tone that bridges high and low. These are not mere musical ornaments. Each tone carries specific vibrations. Udatta connects to the solar energy of consciousness. Anudatta grounds that energy in the heart. Swarita creates the circulation that awakens divine presence. The proper pronunciation requires years of training. The tongue placement for each Sanskrit syllable. The breath control that sustains the long vowels. The rhythmic precision that allows meaning to penetrate beyond the thinking mind. In ancient times, students lived with their guru for 12 years learning just the correct chanting. They understood that mantras are not mere words. They are sound vehicles for divine energy. Mispronounced, they lose their power. Chanted perfectly, they transform consciousness. This differs greatly from later devotional traditions. The Puranic bhajans invite emotional expression. They welcome variations in melody and rhythm. They encourage dancing and clapping. All beautiful forms of worship. But Vedic chanting serves a different purpose. It preserves the exact sound frequencies revealed to the original seers. It maintains the pristine vibration that can carry consciousness directly to its source. Both approaches honor Narayana. The Vedic chanting approaches him as cosmic principle. The Puranic devotion approaches him as beloved deity. Both paths lead to the same divine destination. In your own practice, you might begin with simple recitation. Read these verses slowly. Let their meaning settle in your awareness. Feel how each description of Narayan's nature awakens corresponding understanding in your heart. Then gradually introduce the Sanskrit sounds. Even without perfect pronunciation, these ancient syllables carry transformative power. The intention to connect with Narayana draws his grace regardless of technical perfection. Many devotees recite the Narayana Suktam at dawn. As the first light touches the eastern horizon, the rising sun reminds them of the golden radiance surrounding ultimate truth. The fresh morning air carries their prayers directly to the cosmic heart. Others prefer the transition time of dusk, when day merges into night, when the activities of the external world naturally turn inward. In that twilight consciousness, the verses of the Suktam create a bridge between ordinary awareness and transcendent realization. The traditional recommendation is daily recitation for 48 days. This creates sufficient repetition for the sounds to penetrate beyond surface consciousness, for the meanings to establish themselves in the deeper mind, for the transformative power to begin its subtle work. But remember, quantity never replaces quality in spiritual practice. One verse chanted with complete attention surpasses hundreds repeated mechanically. The Suktam itself teaches this. Narayana responds to sincere devotion, not impressive statistics. As you journey deeper into these ancient verses, you may notice your understanding continuing to evolve. Words that seemed purely philosophical reveal personal guidance. Concepts that felt abstract become living experiences. This is the nature of revealed scripture. It grows with the devotee's capacity to receive its gifts. The Narayana Suktam stands as one of humanity's earliest and most profound spiritual achievements. In these verses, consciousness recognizes its own infinite nature. The seeker discovers the cosmic beloved dwelling within their own heart. The ancient wisdom becomes present moment awakening. May Lord Vishnu, the preserver of the universe, and his beloved avatar Krishna fill your heart with love, protect you from all harm, and guide you on the path of dharma.